Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on an Emirates 777. I'm just talking watches and drinking coffee. Talking watches and drinking coffee. In business class on Emirates. Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury coming to you live from Asia. Guys, today I want to talk about what's the biggest topic hitting the wristwatch community, and it's of course the new Lange Söhne sports watch. I call it the Odyssey. It's actually the Odyssey, fuckers. What do I think of this watch? Look, I gotta be honest with you. It's typical fucking Richemont. You know, these are greedy South African sons of bitches. Okay? Basically, they got this company Lange, which makes top level Patek kind of competitor sort of watches, the German. So what do? Everyone knows at the moment, it's the hot sports watches. Rolex Steel Sports, Patek. What's valuable in Patek now? It's the Nautilus or the Aquanaut. And you look at Audemars Piguet, it's the Royal Oak. Steel, the offshore line. You look at all these watches, it's Steel Sports. So Richemont, being run by a bunch of fucking assholes. These are the same people who fucked Panerai, fucked Cartier. They're just money hungry sons of bitches. They've gone to Lange and said, we need to produce a sports watch. And they've gone in there, very clever. This is $28,800, which is right in the midpoint. So it's not cheap. It's not an entry-level sports. It's a fucking deer sports. And I've got to tell you the truth there. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. And I got to tell you, what really pisses me off is, I had respect for Lange. I admit, I'm fucking angry at the Germans. My grandfather, he was a Russian soldier in World War II. He was captured by the fucking Nazis. He went to work in a salt mine. He dug trenches on the front line. And he also, he was a slave labor. He did it tough there. The Germans were a bunch of fucking assholes. So I'm still very fucking bitter. And I did have respect for the Krauts because Lange, it was always that German, the pocket watch design. Lange basically lived in the East German part of the country, the part that was taken over by the fucking communists. So after World War II, the communists took over and Lange died. Then, of course, Lange got resurrected with the help of Richemont, and they released in the 90s, they came out with this new company to really take on Patek Philippe. They did a superb job. Their genre was the precious metal, basically their dress watches. And I had a lot of respect. They didn't have quartz because they weren't in existence when the quartz thing came in. They also weren't micro small brands. Like in the 50s and 60s, the ultimate in sophistication was a 32 or 33 or 34 mil dress watch, precious metal. So now Lange, they've come to the party and they've come out and brought a sports watch. And I got to tell you, you might say, well, what about Patek? Well, hang on. Patek came out with a sports watch 1976, the Nautilus, okay? They had Gerald Gentry involved. And when Terry Stern came into Patek, he came in as a head of design, and well, actually, he worked in the business before that, but he came in late 90s and revamped some models, the ladies' Patek 24, and more importantly, he launched the Aquanaut. This was when it wasn't really that cool. Lange comes out now. They're copycats. And that's what I hate about these fucking Germans. The Germans also brought out an annual calendar. Well, Patek invented that, fuckers. Patek invented that. So, Lange sort of, originality, I don't think. So anyhow, they brought out a fucking sports watch, and they're just a bunch of cunts. What do? They brought out a watch. We're going to copy. They looked at all the big offerings, and they said, we want a Jubilee style bracelet, because let's be honest there, that's what's hot. It's that Jubilee style bracelet. We'll give it a blue dial. That's the #1 seller in sports watches. And we'll make the fucking thing waterproof, of course, like Rolex. And this is what they've sort of done there. Very clever, but I'm as cynical as fuck. And I just think the cunts have come on. It's like Ferrari releasing a 4-wheel drive SUV. It fucking sucks. Same as, Rolls Royce and Bentley. Fuck. It's just, they're just so fucking interested in money. And that's what disappoints me. Just looking around there, what can I say? About $28,800 US. It's in the midpoint. What can you say there? It's, I've got to tell you, this is what the fucking code 1159 should have been, fuckers. This is what Audemars Piguet should have fucking released instead of that fucking stupid 1159. So, I've got to be honest with you, it's just a me too. They're just coming on with the bandwagon. Look, it's all nicely done. Yes, of course it is, but fuck, you got to be cynical as fuck if you think this is, it brings back the old sort of Lange credentials there. So I'm kind of fucking cynical as fuck. I just think, fuck, what have they done? They just realized, hey, we want to have a sports watch. Everyone's buying sports watches. If pink was in, they would have fucking had a pink dial on the fucking thing. I think it's absolute fucking Lange. What a fucking bunch of sellouts. You fucking lousy cunts. That's all I can say. You bunch of fucking lousy cunts. It's just disappointing. There's a few firsts there. It's of course, there's some great articles on the interweb there. It's the very first stainless steel series produced watch. There were 20 Lange ones in steel produced, but that's kind of very, very limited production. So okay. It's the first Lange with an integrated bracelet. Okay. It'll be in limited production. Of course it will. Lange wants to rape the buyers as much as they can. It's got a new movement, big fucking deal. It's got the big date, Lange big day of the week and big date display. Well, who fucking cares? I'm just cynical as fuck as to this. I'd much rather have a Lange one any fucking day of the week. This is a quality piece. It's beautifully executed, beautifully done, but it's just a fucking me too, and that's what shits me off with Lange itself. There, I think the bracelet is fucking awful. They've gone in to copy the Jubilee because that's the cool, What the fuck? It's water resistant to 120 meters. Yeah, fair enough. Screw in crown. Big fucking deal. What else can I say about this fucking thing? It just disappoints on so many levels. It disappoints. And I respected Lange for not having a sports watch. That was the whole cool thing. It's using a new movement, L155.1 Datamatic. Fair enough. Well, look, I gotta be honest with you. Lange themselves, what do I think? Well, I think they're just a bunch of fucking sellouts, that's all. This just shows you the greed of the fucking of Richemont, just the greed, just fucking whatever is cool or trendy, they fucking jump on. It's a fucking sellout. It's a cop out. It's 40.5 millimeters. Okay, 120 meters water resistant. Screw down crown, sapphire crystal front and back. It's got the display back. Integrated pusher mechanism for the big day and date display. What else can I say about this? 28,800. It's expensive. It's not a cheap watch. It's just such a shame that. It's just a shame how they just plucked this out of their ass. I mean, seriously. Lange could have done something on I think what they should have done, my own view is, they should have looked at their past watches. They had many Flieger, big pilot watches. I think if you're going to release a sports watch, I would have looked back to your previous history. Instead, they've created this as the cool steel sports watch. It's kind of a sellout. You guys are fucking just sellouts, complete. And I had respect for the brand. I had serious respect for the brand. Do I like the look of it? I think it looks fucking ugly myself. I think it's what happens when a dress watch has sex with a sports watch. This sort of watch is in the same caliber as the Patek Neptune. Fucking ugly, fucking stupid. This is the sort of watch AP should have released, okay? Unfortunately, I know there's enough Lange wannabes out there that this will probably be a good piece. I think Lange, you can see where they've stolen ideas from. They said, let's look at what's hot in sports. They've gone F. Pigeon, the chronometer to blue. They've gone and looked at Rolex. They've gone and looked at Patek, AP. You can see exactly what these fuckers have done. And this watch was designed in a fucking boardroom meeting. It wasn't designers. This was boardroom fucking greed. And is it a shit watch? No, it's actually beautifully made, but it's just such a cop-out. And that's why you should boycott it. You should boycott this watch because it's a complete and utter fucking sellout. It's a sellout, man. Fucking sellout. That's what it is. It's a fucking sellout. And that kind of pisses me off. You know? It pisses me off. It's such a fucking sellout, man. Fuck. Turn that fucking thing off. It's a fucking sellout, man. And Richemont, you guys should be fucking ashamed of yourself. And if there's any fucking executives from AP watching this is what you stupid cunts should have released in the code 1159, you fucking idiots. You fucking fools. I'm Paul Pluter. This is a review on the latest Lange Söhne Odysseus. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends, and put some negative comments down below.
Oh. Hey ArchieLuxury fans, if you're into luxury, then you gotta be into 66 Buick Rivieras. Check out my son and I, Alex, as we restore this beautiful 66 Buick.
Neighbors are having a picnic, you know, having fun and stuff. Me, I'm doing cars. It's what I've done my whole life.
David SW. David SW. David SW. Who does ArchieLuxury recommend is the greatest grey market dealer in America? There's only one choice, David SW. That's right, guys. I've got to tell you the honest truth. I have, for a long time, been looking for the perfect answer. Who do I recommend people go to see? Who do I recommend that people can go and buy watches? And I've got to be honest with you. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet is David SW. David SW. David SW. DavidSW.com. That's right, guys. I have been looking for a contact who I can very nicely refer people to. I am not in the selling business. Customer service, I'm too old to sell watches. I'm too old. I like to recommend my viewers to a reliable source. In Australia, I've got some great sources. There's Sydney Watch Exchange with Cove, Ronnie at Vintage Watch Co, Shani at European Watch Gallery. And in America, who is the best source for pre-owned Rolex? For all the hot models? There's only one person I would recommend, David SW. David SW, David SW. That is the premier source for pre-owned Rolex. I gotta be completely frank and honest with you. Guys, if you are looking for a hot Rolex model, there is only one place you can go to. David SW. David SW. David SW. Let's be honest, guys. There's no point schmoozing the dealers, the ADs. They're just a waste of time. Unless you're going to buy 20 pieces, you are wasting your time. What you're better off to do is pay the market premium and go to a good pre-owned dealer. Who do I recommend? David SW. David SW. David SW. That's correct, guys. I want to tell you this now. I 100% stand behind David SW. David SW, the greatest pre-owned dealer in the entire United States of America. That's right, the greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, for Patek Philippe, for Audemars Piguet, David SW. He even does things like FP Journe. David SW, David SW, David SW. That's right. If you want to buy a pre-owned Rolex, a Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, there's only one good source I would recommend. David SW, David SW, David SW. I'm Paul Pluter, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, and I'm proud to recommend David S.W. See you later. Thank you for watching this channel. Thanks for the well wishes, guys. They've really been, I really got so many nice little emails. That really, it's really cool to receive. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.